Welcome to channel. Today we explore finance ideas that do not depend on money. Business start. We focus on knowledge, skills and creativity as resources instead of cash or capital. This journey is about building value through effort and imagination rather than traditional funding. Finance without money. Business start begins with understanding that value can be created from skills and services. If you have expertise in writing, design, teaching or repairing, you can exchange those abilities for goods or services. This is called barter system, and it is one of the oldest forms of finance. It allows people to trade without currency and still grow networks. Another path is service-based ventures. You can begin tutoring, cooking classes or fitness coaching from home without spending on infrastructure. You only need your skill and dedication. People pay with appreciation or exchange services, and gradually you build reputation. Reputation itself becomes a form of capital because it attracts more opportunities. Community collaboration is another powerful tool. When you gather people with shared interests, you can pool resources without money. For example, a group of gardeners can share seeds, tools and knowledge. Each member contributes something and together they create abundance. This is cooperative finance where trust and teamwork replace cash. Digital platforms open doors for zero-cost ventures. You can start a blog, podcast or channel using free tools online. Your investment is time and creativity, not money. As audience grows, you gain influence. Influence can be monetized later, but the start requires no financial input, only consistent effort. Knowledge sharing is also finance. When you teach others, you create intellectual capital. This capital builds networks, and networks lead to opportunities for collaboration or projects. Without initial money, you can organize workshops, webinars, or community learning circles where participants exchange skills instead of currency. Repair and reuse is another model. Instead of buying new products, you can repair old ones and offer them to others. This reduces waste and creates value from existing materials. It is sustainable finance because it saves resources and builds trust in your ability to solve problems without spending. Volunteering can be a gateway to finance without money. When you volunteer, you gain experience, contacts and credibility. These assets are non-monetary, but they open doors to future projects and collaborations. Credibility is often more valuable than cash because it builds long-term trust. Network building is essential in finance. Without money, every relationship is a resource. Every conversation is an investment. When you connect with people, you exchange ideas and support. This network becomes a foundation for ventures that do not rely on cash but on mutual trust and shared vision. Sustainable living practices also represent finance. Without money, growing your own food, recycling and energy saving reduce dependence on currency and create independence. Independence is a form of wealth because it frees you from financial pressure and allows you to focus on creativity. Time banking is another model where people exchange hours instead of money. 1 hour of teaching can be exchanged for 1 hour of repair or cooking. This system values time equally and creates fairness. Without currency, it is practical and builds strong community bonds. Storytelling and content creation are modern forms of finance. Without money, you can share experiences, knowledge or entertainment online without cost. Platforms are free and audience builds gradually. Later opportunities come, but the start is zero investment, only imagination. Mentorship is a hidden treasure in finance. Without money, when experienced people guide beginners, they create value. Without cash, this value grows into networks, projects and collaborations. Mentorship is a cycle that multiplies opportunities without financial input. In conclusion, finance without money. Business start is about creativity, barter, collaboration, community, trust and sustainability. It is about turning skills, time and relationships into resources instead of relying on cash. It proves that wealth is not only currency but also knowledge, reputation and networks. This journey requires patience, consistency and vision, but it empowers individuals to begin without fear of financial barriers. It shows that finance is not limited to banks or markets but exists in everyday actions and exchanges. Thank you for joining this exploration. Keep building value through creativity and trust. Remember, finance without money is possible when you see wealth in skills, networks and ideas.